this lesson, we're going to look at words and phrases and expressions related to the subject of weather. We'll start with the seasons. Aki. Aki is the Japanese word for autumn. Aki. In Japan, the maples are beautiful in Aki. The colours of the leaves bring a lot of tourists to Japan in Aki. Winter is Fuyu. Fuyu. And it snows throughout most of Japan in winter. Fuyu. Obviously, Sapporo and Hokkaido has more snow than the south. Haru is spring. Haru. Sounds like the flowers are opening and saying, hello. Haru for spring. And summer is Natsu. Natsu. Very wet in Japan during Natsu. The four seasons again: Aki, Fuyu, Haru, Natsu. The Japanese word for the moon is tsuki. Sometimes you hear expressions like otsuki-sama, otsuki-sama, tsuki, the moon. And of course they have the moon viewing festival in Japan as well. Taiyo is the Japanese word for the sun. Taiyo. Kumo is a cloud. Kumori is the expression for cloudy. Ame, rain. Ame is rain. Japan does experience the rainy season in about June-July. Arashi is the Japanese word for a storm. Arashi. Thunder and lightning being known as kaminari. Kiri is fog or mist. Kiri. And there's an actual place in Japan called Kirishima, which sounds like the island of mist. Kiri for fog or mist. The Japanese word for the wind is kaze. Kaze, the wind. Kaze. Kaze is also the word for a cold when you catch a cold. Kaze, the wind. Kaze. If we're talking about the weather and it's clear or sunny, we'd say hare. Kyou wa hare desu. Today is fine. If you're listening to the weather forecast, you may hear Osaka wa hare desu. It's fine in Osaka today. Osaka wa hare desu. Kumori would be the expression to explain it's cloudy. Hare, nochi, kumori. Clear, later, cloudy. Kumori, being cloudy. Kumori, nochi, ame would be another expression meaning it's cloudy and later there'll be rain. Ame is the Japanese word for rain. Ame. Ame ga furimasu. Ame ga furimasu. It rains. Furimasu being the verb for natural things like rain and snow to fall. Ame ga furimasu. It rains. Kyou wa ame desu. You hear the expression kyou, today, wa ame desu. Today is rainy. Kyou wa ame desu. Then we have the Japanese word for wind, kaze, and when describing the wind they might say things like kaze ga tsuyoi. The wind is strong. Kaze ga tsuyoi. Or kaze ga fukimasu. The wind is blowing. Kaze ga fukimasu. The wind blows. The word for snow in Japanese is yuki. Yuki is snow. Yuki ga furimasu. There's that verb for natural things that fall, furimasu. Yuki ga furimasu. Snow falls. The other expression you'll hear if we're talking about the weather is the highest temperature for the day. So if you're listening to a weather forecast, you may hear the expression Saiko kion wa. Saiko meaning the highest, kion being the degrees or temperature, wa, and then they would say the number 25 and the expression do for degrees. And of course in Japan they talk about the weather in terms of Celsius. 25 度. Saiko kion wa 25 度. The highest temperature will be 25.